What is up, guys? The PC Farmer here, bringing you another video of this series, which is FS15 Top 5 Mods. Today is Harvesters. Okay, number 5 is the Claas 440. This is a German mod, I believe, and it's a pretty decent combine. I've used it on much smaller farms where there's not so big fields because it's able to get around the fields with much more ease. Now this mod, as you can see, is pretty standard inside. The wheel only turns a little bit, but you have a small monitor. As you can see to the right, the Krone Music Club emblem or whatever it is, I don't know what it is, but that shows up, that's what ruins it. This is one of the headers that comes with the harvester. It's a 6 meter corn cutter, as you can see, and I like the way that unfolds. Also, it's a quick unfold in the combine with the two top panels are sliding up to let a bit of open air in, I guess. I'll just drop that, and as you can see to the right, there is another harvest cutter, which is the 6 meter Vario cutter that you'll use for your barley, wheat, etc. Alright, so it's only £65,369 in the Claas, in the harvester mod section, which makes it a pretty cheap mod, but then again it is nothing special, but it's a good small harvester which would be good for starting out if you like to grind up to get bigger harvesters instead of cheating to get all the money. As you can see, the two harvest headers there, not too much money, it's pretty cheap as well. No header trailer comes with this, but altogether not too bad mod. Okay, the combine's got the standard controls, as you can see. You can enable it to swath or whatever you want if you don't want it to swath. You've got the lights like normal and etc. Now, this is the combine in working conditions. It looks pretty decent and it makes these fields much easier. If you were using a big combine, say for instance, these corners would be an absolute pain. But with this little Claas, you can sort of nip around the corners pretty easily, like this. So, making these fields a lot easier. Now, it is only a 6 meter cutter, making fields take much longer rather than like 12 meter Claas cutters that are on other mods on the bigger 750s, 760s, etc. But altogether, not a bad mod. Okay, coming in at number 4 is the Claas 750 Harvester Pack. Now this involves the Claas Lexion 750 and the Claas Lexion 750 TT, which is the track version. Now this is a great mod and I would highly advise getting this. The reason it's number 4 is because there's so many good mods, so the numbering doesn't really matter too much, but I felt that this mod definitely has to be in the top 5 because I've used it for so long. Now, it's a very good all-round mod. As you can see when you get into the cab and start it up, it comes up with a Claas on the monitor, and then it comes up with, on the monitors, different rate settings and all that. So you can have things on there like the speedometer, the fuel gauge, the hour meter, the grain tank full indicator, all very good, useful and little things that make up this mod. Such a brilliant mod. Now they're very similar both inside the two Claas Lexion 750s, except for obviously one's got track and one doesn't. Now the Claas is in the field, it looks rather good, and I will unfold it. Now as you can see, unlike the previous 440 Claas, it unfolds much bigger because it's obviously a bigger combine. Now it all unfolds, as you see the ladder pops out and the working lights front and back are all done by 4 and 5 on the number pads. On the settings you can also change the number plate as with what you wish. I will just plug in some random numbers, but you can choose and then it will pop up on the back of your Claas. An extra little feature that makes this mod so good because it feels more personalised to you. Now I would advise this Claas to be on a medium size or a large farm. Small possibly, but it's a medium sized combine. I wouldn't say it was a huge combine, but it's a pretty good size to getting across the distance. As you can see in the shop market, it is 370,000 for the TT and 360 for the normal. You can get the 1200 Vario, the 1050 Vario, and the 900 Vario. Not much difference in price, but some of them are a bit bigger. I believe header trailers come with the pack, but all round this is a pretty decent mod. Okay, coming in number 3 is the Colossal Pack, the S680 Harvester Pack. Now these combines are absolutely huge. Not really suited for Colesborough Park Farm map, but I wanted to show you them because they're all so good. Now in the download you get all 3 of those harvesters, and you get the 2 headers. One is an 11.5 meter, which is that one, and the 13.5 meter, which is the other one. Now altogether the pack is a rather good pack because of the wide variety it offers, but also because of one aspect which I really like, is the size of the fuel tank. Now obviously look at the size of them, they're a pain to go on the road with because they're absolutely huge, and they are actually quite hard to manoeuvre with. As you can see, I'm having a bit of issue with the keyboard. It comes with a header trailer, and it is a rather big header trailer obviously because of the size of the 13.5 meter header. It does fall off the trailer, that is one point that I found, but I don't know, if you get it in the right spot it may be a bit better for you. Okay, now you've seen it on the road and how wide it is, I think the best place to show it is obviously where it's built for, is in the field. Now as you can see, in the interior is pretty standard. I mean, it looks very nice, but there's no extra IC controls like on some of the tractors or other harvesters inside. Now as you can see how big this harvester is, obviously with when you unfold it, the chute comes out from the middle where it sprays the grain out of. As you can see how huge the pipe is, it comes all the way out. I mean, not huge header, like it's only 1.5 meters smaller than bigger than the Claas, but it's a lot bigger as in combine size because it has a huge tank. Now the tank can hold 50,000 litres of grain in it, so literally you can keep on going for ages. Now one problem that you're probably seeing right now with the mod is that you can go 11 miles per hour when harvesting. Now the way to change this is just pop it down to 6 if you want it more realistic. If you're in a real rush and you don't mind too much about realism, just hook it up to 11 and you'll get your job done pretty much half the time, which can be quite useful when a crop is about to wither. Okay, let's look at it in the shop now. You can see the 3 harvesters, each 370,000 each. The single wheel, the Caterpillar version, the crawler, or the dual wheel. As you see, there are the 2 headers, the 11.5 meters, which is 65,000, and the 13.5, which is 75,000, and also you've got the 75,000 for the header trailer. So an all-round decent pack. Okay, now the combine is full, so I've got 50,000 litres of wheat in my combine, and usually I think the biggest New Holland is in a mod holds 14,500, and this has 50,000 in. So now for the amount of wheat that comes out of it, I'm actually surprised of how quick it unloads. Now this trailer will be pretty much full by the time I'm finished, because the trailer can only hold 59,000 litres, so there'll only be 9,000 space left for other wheat. Now as you can see how much I've done in the field, I've gone around the headlands twice and gone up a row once, so I've got a lot done. So if you're ever not able to keep on unloading the combine, this is a decent combine to just leave, because it will carry on for a long time. And now I think we're nearly unloaded and filled up a trailer. Okay, coming in at number 2 is the Krone Big M 500 wide. Now this is a mower, but it technically can still come under harvesters. This mod is I like it a lot. I had the old version, which wasn't the wide version, but you will see why I like the wide version so much. As you can see, not much visibility in the cab. I mean, you've got all your controls, but it's a rather hard one to move because you have the 4-wheel turning, so the 2 wheels turn at the back, turn one way, and the 2 at the front turn the other way to give it real sharp steering. Now on the road it's not too bad, but like I said, you can't really see where you're going, so you probably don't want to always be in cab view, because you won't know if there's any approaching to your left or right. You can only see just in front of you. Now, like you can see here, getting into a turning at the dairy is rather hard, but you eventually get by it. Now I'm going to go into this field and show you this thing in action. Okay, now let's get into the field. Now it's rather hard to get in because I can't quite see where I'm going because of the two front mowers. The mirror's not really assisting us that much. Now I will get in the field and I will unfold the mower. So it starts off unfolding by the front two mowers coming down, which is then followed by the back two. Now they spread out. It's not the quickest mowers to get down to the floor, but because it's up in the position that it is, it obviously will take a bit longer. Now by pushing L, I can extend the mower from 13.5 meters, which I believe it is because that's what the standard mower is, to 23.5 meters, so an extra 5 meters each side, I think. Alright, so you lower it down, and then there's also a button where you can push O to put widespread mode on, but it only seems to, the animation only works on the two inside back mowers, which basically it will spread the grass further. But as I get going, so the mower is obviously, as you can see, spanning a big proportion of the grass. It is very manoeuvrable in the field, so I can actually go very close to the hedgerow without getting caught up, and because of the manoeuvrability of the two axles. Now it's 155,000, which isn't too bad to be honest. The size of the machinery, I mean 23.5 working meters, that's not bad. Okay, and coming in at number 1 is the Krone Big X 650 cargo pack. Basically this is a Big X but with a big difference. Now as you can see, there's no back axle where you usually steer it, but there is a huge metal rod coming out to a trailer with the two wheels at the back. Now getting in the into the combine, you can see it's a bit more basic than the original mod, but it looks good. Now the turning is rather hard in this mod because the way it is, you've got a camera to look at what you're doing, a bit like in the old Krone baler that I showed you in the implement and tool video. Be sure to go check that out for plenty of good mods. But you can get dual wheels, which is good. Also you can get tracks, which I didn't know you could get, because on the version that I had it wasn't there. You can see the combine, and also you can get up a whole panel of different things you can do with it, which I think is really cool. But if you download the mod, you can see what they all do, the separate things they do if you download it. Okay, in the shop, as you can see in the harvester section, it is £294,000, which for a harvester isn't that bad, and the size of the trailer you get is good. On the road it is rather hard to use because of the turning, but when you get the hang of it, you're sure you'll be fine. Okay, inside you can see the IC controls. There are a lot of buttons to play around with. I'm not even sure what they will do, but meaning you can control the harvester for the majority of the things inside without having to use the keyboard. You can just use the mouse, which may make it feel a bit more realistic for the user. Okay, now we can unfold the combine. Basically like unfolding a normal harvester, as in you could unfold the main section and then the header, but instead you unfold the trailer and the header. So you just click X and the trailer will open up and the spout will come up ready in position for the harvest, whatever you harvest, to get sprayed in the back. I'm using this header which you can collect up grass and straw with. If you didn't know this, you can use, instead of baling your straw, you can use it in to make silage, which I often do, and it's a big money maker and easy to use. Now I'm running along with this at 6 miles an hour. I believe you can go 12, but as you can see there, I'm looking to show you the all-wheel drive. You can see both wheels at the back turning, which gives you a bit more manoeuvrability when manoeuvring. You can go up to 12 miles an hour, but it's a lot harder to control. But if you're on straight lines, that would be absolutely fine. But on bendy times, you may want to slow it down. Now for unloading, when you fill up, this holds 46,000 litres. but I didn't quite fill it up this time. But it unloads very quickly. Now, using the plus and the minus button, you can open up the catch, which actually, if you shut it, completely stops the flow, but I've just opened it up again, which lets all the silage out. Okay, that has been it for this Farming Simulator Top 5 Mods video. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe to the channel for plenty more videos. Go check out my other mod videos, and if there's any mods that you guys want me to have a look at, any different categories, please leave it in the comments and I will definitely have a look at making a video about them. But that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching and see you soon.